Alright, so I'm about to unveil the training that we held yesterday night. The training started 8 o'clock yesterday night. So we started the training by uh, having a welcome ovation and clapping ovation for our guest, the person of Author Awoyode David Mayora, and he tweeted with us, who teacher, who are you? Teacher, who are you? So in this training, he explored the attributes of a teacher and some important points that teacher need to hold on to. So he started with the introduction that a teacher is only the true friend to everyone, because lawyer hopes you get into trouble, doctor hopes you fall sick, the police hope you become a criminal, coffee maker wants you dead, but only the teacher wishes you to educate. Only teacher wants you to be free from the bondage of ignorance. So as you can see from the screen, so he moved on by telling us that teacher is the custodian of knowledge, and the teacher is one who teaches and gives instruction or causes somebody to know or be able to do something. So he gave many attributes of teacher. I also mentioned the fact that a teacher is essential in the world because they propagate, give birth, and raise every profession. And there is an important point he mentioned which I penned down, and that is the point that after God, the next creator of life and career is a teacher. So he made a voice note explanation on the text he sent. Later, he discussed with us the qualities of a good teacher. Number one, a good teacher is a role model, and he explained to us that a good teacher must be an exemplar, that is in all we do, in our character, in our dressing, in our way of life, our in everything we do, our mode of communication. As a teacher, we are a signpost to our learner. So he mentioned a particular point which actually touched my heart as well. He said, that is why I would like to say, if 50% of your products are bad, you are a bad producer. But if 80% of your products are good, you are a good producer, because a good leader raises a good follower. And this point really challenged me a lot, that if I am a good teacher, no matter how bad from foundation the children may be, at least if I can produce 80% responsible ones, then shows I'm a good teacher. But if I'm a teacher and I'm boasting that, oh, I'm a good teacher, but all these children are bad, they are not good, the parents didn't teach them well, then as a good teacher I have my own aspect to play as a good teacher. And number two, he mentioned the fact that a good teacher must be a passionate one, that there are many problems that
A kind-hearted one. A kind-hearted. Good teachers are kind and lovely teachers. A good teacher must be a good and kind person to the learners, not a terror to them. This act would make learners develop an interest in the teachers and teaching. So if you are so kind-hearted to them, they will love you, they will love your subject, they will love your teaching. To command authority, it is necessary for teacher to command authority, yet need to make himself or herself approachable to the learner.
So this is another important point I held on to yesterday. It said, despite the fact that teacher need to command authority, but however, we still need to be approachable as a good teacher. A good teacher must be approachable, not a terror. So later he moved to another point that he must be a good disciplinary. A good teacher must be self-disciplined and know how to inculcate and impart discipline to the learner's life. So later he moved to another point, a great motivators. As a good teacher, we must motivate our learners. And I asked the participants, are we still together? And see a lot of people say, yeah, we are together. So it is an interactive class. So later he moved to another point that a good teacher must possess an attribute known as adaptability, and a good tolerance, that is, we must be able to tolerate situation around your teaching experience. And point number 5, a courageous and bold one, that a good teacher must be courageous and bold to teach learners effectively. That is, fear is a zero to a good teacher. A good teacher must be persistent, that is, must possess endurance. A good teacher must be presentable one, that is, the way a teacher addresses, he or she will be addressed. And that is the one of the reason we are going to hold another session titled teacher and appropriate dressing manner. So 18, a respectful and fair-minded. 19, a patient one. 20, a good time manager. And 21, a dedicated and committed one. So you can just read through the screen, for better understanding. And the last point it tweeted with us is that a good teacher must be a certified one. So a good teacher must endeavor to possess a good qualification for his or her profession. And please note that when we talk about certification, is not only probably your BSc, your masters, your PhD alone. There are other certificates, professional courses that we can take as an educator.
Finally, uh, finally, I really appreciate everyone educate you, even though I'm one of your students, and I know every one of us on this platform knows more than me. So I really appreciate this opportunity. God will help us. God will bless us. In Jesus' name. This work is not easy. If you look at the finance, it impact in the life of the learners and even in the society. And at the end of the day, we will be blessed. In one way or the other, I believe that we will be blessed. God bless us. Thank you. My name is Mr. David. I will admire. Thanks so much. Bye.
He ended the session with a word of appreciation to everyone and to the platform, and see how people contribute and applaud him. So it was an interesting session. So the training was fully loaded, and we asked people to comment important point that they gained from the training yesterday night, and see how people came out massively to contribute. A good teacher must be tolerant and good listener. A teacher must study ahead. It must be a good listener. A good teacher must be a learner and reader, and a lot of comments. I said, I know these 2 points. Dear teacher, let's love to be your motive. Let love be your motive in all you do. Teacher must be approachable despite the fact you must be disciplined. A good teacher must be the patient. See how people really came out, and I prepared the mind of people that today by 8 p.m. we're going to work on another top title, which is skills needed by teacher. And by the special grace of God, I will be the one to anchor it. I, Oladipo Lighton Emmanuel, will anchor that tonight. So get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. So see how people came out, see how people came out, see how people learned a lot of things from this training. So two important points I learned is that a good teacher must be willing to develop his or herself. Learning is an ongoing process so that you will not be thrown off balance. The learners and the world are sophisticated. We need to thrive to meet to trend. A good teacher must learn to have an honest feedback from students. So these are great responses from people. Wow, wow, wow. So it is an interesting session. It is an interesting session, interactive section. God bless you, our participants. They really came out and they showed an art of appreciation to the coordinator and to the director of the platform. So it is an interesting one. Thank you for your time.
For watching this video. If this is your first time on this channel, like, comment and subscribe. On this platform we share information on motivation and all round success in life. You can't afford to miss our next video. Please subscribe.